Part two of Local 6 Legal Line again, and entertaining Mark Bryant of the Bryant Law Center, Paducah and Louisville. We've talked a little bit about Zantac, and Paraquat is somewhat, it's another mass tort, and it's along the same lines as that it has a product that did damage to people. Give us a little bit of an overview of that, Mark.
This stuff is the worst. I mean, if you have been around Paraquat and you've got Parkinson's disease, there is an excellent chance that you got it because you were around Paraquat. Paraquat has been condemned in 32 countries in the world, but not in the United States. And what it is, it's a defoliant that farmers use to kill plants to keep from eating whatever their product is or growing. And the way you get it is if you've been around Paraquat, and most of the time it's people that are working on the farms. Technically, it could be somebody that lives close to a farm where a lot of Paraquat was sprayed, but oftentimes the people that get it are the people that, like the pilots that worked on the planes that sprayed it, the farmers that worked on the farms where it was sprayed on. And this stuff, if you were, for a long time, and there is the only warning on the Paraquat label is do not drink this because it can cause you to die. Well, it's even worse than that. If you just drink a little bit of it, you're going to die. And people used it for a while to commit suicide. So the stuff is so dangerous, and it is still legal in the United States. And so if anybody has Parkinson's symptoms, pick up the phone and call me, 1-888-MARK-BRYANT. We've got cases all over the country about Paraquat, and we're suing the manufacturer in this case. It will take a considerable amount of time to do it. It's not like Roundup. I mean, it is even more dangerous than Roundup, and we had a huge number of Roundup cases that settled recently. There are not a huge number of Paraquat cases. They expect that there may be only 4,000 of these cases in the United States, but oddly enough, right here in our area, Graves County, McCracken County, Christian County, over in southern Illinois, and in southeast Missouri, you got Johnson County in southern Illinois, Massac County. Some of the big farmers over there, a lot of them use Paraquat. And if they have people in their family or friends or workers that have symptoms of Parkinson's disease, pick up the phone and call me because we want to help and we can help.
Got about 45 seconds left, Mark, and what are some of the brand names that Paraquat was sold under?
I'll tell you, Dave, there are a bunch of brand names, and I don't know them. All I know is that it's Paraquat, and I also know from what I've read that anybody that's ever worked with it knows that it is Paraquat. That's what everybody calls it. There are brand names, but it really is Paraquat. And not only that, if you've worked with it, you have to have a license to work with it, and the government gives you that license. So you know if you've worked with it, and we've talked to a bunch of people that have, and we've got several of those cases already, but if you've worked with it, please pick up the phone and call us if you've got symptoms of Parkinson's.
There are some cases of perhaps secondary exposure. We're out of time and don't have time to get into that right now. But again, like we said with Zantac, if you're not sure if you have a case, pick up the phone, call the attorneys at the Bryant Law Center, and they'll guide you and help you decide whether or not you do have a case. Our thanks to Mark Bryant of the Bryant Law Center, Paducah and Louisville, our guest today on both editions of Local 6 Legal Line.